morning, students. How are you? All of you fine? Good. I hope all of you fine. I hope all of you see the before video. In the before class, we complete the 4 lessons. Okay, complete 4 lessons. In this class, we start the 5th lesson. Okay, 5th lesson. What's that? The equatorial forest region. The equatorial forest region. Where the place is located? Where the equatorial forest region we found? We found the equatorial forest region besides the equator. Besides the equator. Equator ki rendu vaipula equatorial forest region anedi stretch ayi untundi. In this we can see the in a world map. We can see the world map carefully. We know this, we recognize these places. Okay, this equatorial forest region is in this equatorial forest region have some important places and continents. Okay, in this region there are some important continents and places is there. What are they? South America, Africa and Southeast Asia. Okay, South America continent and Africa continent and Southeast Asia. And more in continent Australia, more part of the Asia, southeast part of the Asia. These are the places, these are the continents is there in the equatorial forest region. Equatorial forest region. We should know about the equatorial forest region, how it is. Okay, అది ఎలా ఉంటుంది ఈక్వెటోరియల్ ఫారెస్ట్ రీజియన్ అది ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే మనం దాని గురించి అన్ని విషయాలు తెలుసుకోవాలి. టోటల్ అబౌట్ ద we should know completely about the equatorial forest region. Whatever the climate in the equatorial forest region, whatever the plants life, human life, wildlife, all these issues, all these things are we know to knowing about the to know about the equatorial forest region. Okay, in this process, in the first we should know about the climate of the equatorial forest region. The climate equatorial forest region, these countries is there, these continents is there, these places is there. Most important places in this region is in the South America, Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil. These are the important places in the equatorial forest region. Belongs to the South Africa continent. In the Africa continent, Guinea, Liberia, Ghana, Nigeria, so many cities are there. So many places are there in the equatorial forest region. In the Southeast Asia continent, there are Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand. So some of these places, more places is there in the equatorial forest region. These are the more important places. Okay, those that belongs to the South Africa continent, Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil. Africa continent, Guinea, Liberia, Ghana, Nigeria and etc. And Southeast Asia continent belongs to Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand. Those are the places is located in the region equatorial forest region. Equatorial forest region. This equatorial forest region is located both sides of the equator. The climate of, now we discuss the climate of the equatorial forest region. In this we already tell in the equator and near the equator places the sun rays are directly overhead the equator. Directly overhead the equator. Direct rays of the sun. Okay, there's those region, the forest region and this equator region receives sun rays directly. Okay, those places are so hot and dry. Those places are so hot and dry. Day and nights are equal. Day and nights are the length of the daytime and the night time. Those are equal. Okay, there's a very high humidity is there. Very high humidity is there in the climate. The climate humidity is the one of the in this is equatorial forest region, the climate have heavy humidity. అంటే moisture ఎలా ఉంటుంది, amount of moisture heavyగా ఉంటుంది. So the clouds, heavy moisture, and comes the winds, cool winds, warm winds and cool winds are from the seas, ponds, lakes, rivers ఉంటాయి కదా, వాటి నుంచి cool wind is there, and this our winds are rising. Okay, very heavy humidity is there. Those winds are at around 4 o'clock, at daytime 4 o'clock, afternoon 4 o'clock, they are all formed clouds. Okay, clouds form, they form, those hot winds are formed clouds around 4 o'clock. There is a big rainfall for every day throughout the year. 4 o'clock, afternoon 4 o'clock, there is a big thunderstorm is happen. Okay, thunderstorm is happen. Thunderstorm అంటే తెలుసు కదా, పెద్ద పెద్ద ఉరుములు మెరుపులు వస్తాయి, పెద్ద వర్షం ఉంటుంది, తుఫాన్లా స్ట్రోమ్ ఉంటుంది. అది ఉరుములు మెరుపులతో స్ట్రోమ్ ఏమంటారు, థండర్ స్ట్రోమ్. ఇన్ దిస్ equatorial forest region, tropical thunderstorm, that is these are one of the feature. Okay, they ఏమంటారు, tropical thunderstorm. Around every day, throughout the year, every day 4 o'clock afternoon, there is thunderstorm will be happen. Those are the thunderstorm is called tropical thunderstorm. What is that? Tropical thunderstorm. There is no winter season here. Okay? They receives the sunlight throughout the year. There is very hot places, direct sun rays is there. So there is no winter season in the equatorial forest region. There is no summer season. How then we complete the climate of the equatorial forest region. We go for the plants life. How is the plants life in the equatorial forest region? Plants life ఎలా ఉంటుంది equatorial forest region లో? The plants life in this region receives very heavy rainfall. Every day throughout the year 4 o'clock thunderstorms is there. So plenty of plants is there. So many of the plants will grow. Those plants are luxuriant. The level name antaru, plenty of crops in the plants into the luxuriant గా. The word luxuriant means stronger and thicker. Okay, tallest and strongest trees is there. Very strong గా ఉంటాయి, వైడర్ గా ఉంటాయి, దట్టమైన అంటారు కదా మనం, అలా luxuriant plants is there in the equatorial forest region. In this, all the trees not shed their leaves at a time. All the trees not shed their leaves at a time. Some trees are shed their leaves, sometimes another trees are shed their leaves at another time. So every time throughout the year, the trees are having long leaves. Okay, green leaves. Okay, so we call evergreen forest. So we call that evergreen forest or evergreen plants is there. Okay, అంటే చెట్లు ఎప్పుడు ఆకులు రాలిపోయి, అన్ని చెట్లు ఆకులు రాలిపోయి చెట్లు ఒట్టిగా ఎప్పుడు ఉండవు. కొన్ని సమయాల్లో కొన్ని చెట్లకి రాలిపోతే కొన్ని టైమ్స్లో అది అలా వేరే చెట్లు గ్రీన్గా ఉంటాయి. సో ఆల్ టైమ్ ఈస్ గ్రీనరీ ఇస్ దేర్. ఓకే, త్రూ అవుట్ ద ఇయర్ దే ఆర్ వెరీ ఎవర్ గ్రీన్ ట్రీస్ ఇస్ దేర్. ఓకే, అండ్ లోయెస్ట్ these plant life in the equatorial forest region we can divide it into 4 parts. Okay, the plants life ni మనం ఎలా డివైడ్ ఎన్ని పార్ట్స్ గా డివైడ్ చేస్తాము? 4 parts గా డివైడ్ చేస్తాం. From the lowest, the lowest layer is forest floor. From the forest floor, this is the lowest layer, forest floor. And this floor, the small trees, I'm sure the small trees is the small plants is there. How it can be grown? The decomposition of the dry leaves. Okay, dry leaves and the decomposition of fruits. Okay, fruits, those are fell down on the front floor of the land. So they take the decomposition and grown the plants. These plants are not very tall. This is the small plants. Above the lower level, and the second one from the bottom. The second level, the second level is understory. In this layer, the trees are shrubs, creepers. Okay, shrubs, creepers ఉంటాయి. And tall trees కాదు, shrubs లాగా, small creepers లాగా మనకి ఉంటాయి. ఇది in this second layer. The second layer understory. Understory లో మనకి trees and shrubs, creepers లాగా ఉంటాయి. Okay, they receive small amount of sunlight. Third layer is canopy. The third layer is canopy. In this layer, the trees looks like an umbrella. అంటే చాలా స్ప్రెడ్ అవుట్ అవుతాయి. మనకి అంబరిల్లా లాగా ఆ ట్రీస్ ఒకదాని తర్వాత ఒకటి కలిసిపోయి ఒక అంబరిల్లా లాగా మనకి అనిపిస్తూ ఉంటాయి. సో we call the layer is canopy layer. In this canopy layer, the trees looks like an umbrella. Okay, that's umbrella like trees are there. Okay, the fourth one is the last one, emergent layer. In this emergent layer, the trees are very tall. Okay, front above the tree, all the three levels above level, the fourth level, the trees are very tall. Okay, very tall and big. Okay, those trees receive sunlight and rainfall. Receives heavy sunlight and rainfall. And before the layer, the bottom layers are not receives much sunlight. Okay, much sunlight, much rainfall. All of these are having upper layer, emergent layer plants are receive sunlight and rainfall. Okay, this is the plant life of the equatorial forest region. In the next class, we will discuss the wildlife, human life in the equatorial forest region.